should we jump into our show today? By the way, hit that like early because by God, oh, this is the Truth Social shit. Hold on, I'll go to you guys. Let's see, don't forget to hit that like for me if you can. Lets people know we're here, and really irritates all the right people. Now, Trump. For those of you that didn't follow me, I went on a little like shitter fest this morning because a lot of people were making the point that today that Trump, that only 14% of the electorate showed up for the caucuses in Iowa. Okay, only about 22% to 23% ever do, right? And so it was a low turnout. You could blame some of that on the weather, but also just the generalized like fuck it attitude that a lot of people had about going out in like -6 / -30 degree weather to go say something that is a fait accompli anyway. So a lot of them were like, well, I don't think Haley's going to beat him here anyway, so why bother freezing my ass off to go out there or whatever, but I'll donate to her or some shit. She got a bunch of that. But the important thing is that a lot of people were making the case that 14% of the Iowa electorate came out, and Trump only got half of that. He got 7% of the electorate of the Republican electorate. I think so. He got half of 14%, and then on top of that, if I may, that was the primary. That's what everybody was locking into, and I liked to point out that turnout overall was down even on that measure, and that ultimately he got 56,000 votes in the Iowa caucuses, which is about 5,000 more than Ted Cruz got. And for being the head of the fucking movement and being the king of all things MAGA and all that, I would think that he would double Ted Cruz's number, right? The dude squeaked by at 50% in a shit turnout, which means a bunch of people who were going to vote for Haley and them, they're the ones who are going to tap out early because they don't think they're going to win anyways, and fuck him, and they're not interested. They're going to vote for somebody else. They're not going to vote for Trump if they vote at all. Donald Trump got 50, just barely, 50% of 14%, which in real numbers gave him 5,000? Yeah, 5,000 more votes than Ted Cruz got in 2016. There is no situation where he got a majority of even the people that showed up for this thing. That even the fucking braving the snow psychopaths that went out in this, and God bless them for loving their democracy. And again, I don't have to like what you like to love that you love it, and I'm glad people are getting out there and voting. And even the maggots that were out there voting for him, it beats the shit out of storming up a Capitol steps and beating the fuck out of a cop or trying to kill a congressperson or building a gallows on the Capitol steps. So even if you're voting for an asshole, I prefer you actually, I respect the act of voting, right? Cool. So, but even in that case, it wasn't the 180,000 people that voted in the 2016 election. It wasn't 100,000 of the Trumpies came out and 80,000 stayed home, and I guess Haley and DeSantis sliced off a little piece of that. No, he got just half of that tiny little fucking sliver. That should panic you if you're a Republican. That should freak you the fuck out. Now, here's the thing. These jackasses, I do mean these jackasses, have no idea what that means, because in their world, a win is a win is a win is a win is a win. Like that, it doesn't matter if it's going to match up later or whatever. Everything is show. Everything is for show. Everything is just a fucking tap dance. There's never anything substantial. And the prime example is that this dumb motherfucker was on a show where he was supposed to be a business tycoon, a reality show, a game show, where he pretended to be rich and know what the fuck he was doing, where he sent people out to like sell hot dogs on Fifth Avenue and bullshit like that, or like garbage little task game showy shitty things. And his catchphrase was, "You're fired." And he never chose who would get kicked off the show. The producers did that. The producers told him who would go during the course of the show, and that's it. Yeah. Oh, yes. And he is an A-lister. He bragged about being an A. Well, we'll talk about that. Well, I think he even mentions it in this shit. But this is his goodbye, fuck you, Iowa speech. I never have to come here ever again.
President Donald J. Trump. And I'm proud to
Oh, fuck off.
be an American.
Where I've got 10,000 flags, and every time someone stands downwind, they just all start to gag, and I proudly shit my pants again with my diaper full of soup. Yeah, so, hey, thank you. Right on. Look at us. We won the thing. Barely. I'm dead serious. Like, this is not good news. As a matter of fact, after this happened, they were like, he's clearly going to win the caucus. It's a bully fest. But afterwards, they had to have had, around him at least, a conversation about New Hampshire's not a slam dunk. And the minute you can vote in private, it really hurts like his effort, because you can't bully people. Because everybody could just say, yeah, I totally voted for him. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I don't know. New Hampshire, what can I say? So these are all the winners lining up behind him that helped him win the state with, I guess, and also, look at him fucking waddling. Jesus. Oh my God. And I won't forget the men who died. You mean the suckers and losers? And I proudly stand up, tell them I got bone spurs, and go back to the house. Whatever. Yeah, it's Jesus. You can tell he's like kind of like, okay, Mussolini head. Don't forget, always do Mussolini head. I can do that Mussolini head there, man. You just flatten your lips out, gets rid of your jowls. There you go, and then you waddle back and forth. People love it when you waddle. I go back and forth like that. And then, okay, now we know when he can USA. Seriously, I gotta say, seriously, the only lyrics of this song this motherfucker knows are the letters. Like, he literally only mouths, and he doesn't even do all of them. He mouths U and S, and that's it. Because I don't know what this. That's not an A. I don't know what's happening there, but I'll show you. Look. Honest to God, I think he just deuced right all over that dude right there. Poor sap. Yay! It's a good song. It means a lot. There you go. I hope these poor saps get to go sit down. They don't stand there. Fucking. Here's my statement. I brought some poll numbers with me. Boss Brian, what's happening, man? We have to hang out. We got to come on the show. You got to come on the show, man.
Well, I want to thank everybody.
Well, then do it, asshat. Just do it. I want to thank everybody. God damn, I know nobody cares about that as much as I do. How about, call me fucking crazy, but just walk up and go, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. There are so many great people here today. And thank you to the people behind me who worked so hard. I want to thank. You know why? Because it's all about me. I'm not going to. I'm not going to thank them. But I want to thank these people. You know why? Because I'm that kind of guy.
It's been some period of time, and most importantly...
Wait. Hold. Back the fuck up. It's been some period of time.
Well, I want to thank everybody. This has been some period of time, and most importantly...
Yes, that's well, hey, broken clock moment. Yes. Yes, this has been some period of time, vaguely in the existence of the, I guess, the temporal dimension that we all subsist in. This has been an occurrence. He has no idea how long he's been there or how long this has been. What the fuck is that?
Well, I want to thank everybody. This has been some period of time, and most importantly, we want to thank the great people of Iowa. Thank you. We love you all.
Most of all, I want to thank the great people of get it right, don't get it wrong, get it right, get it right. It's right there in the teleprompter. Just say the right state, say it right, because if you pull a Joe Biden like you've done, if you say Sioux Falls again, you're going to be in Sioux Falls again. This is the wrong time to say Sioux Falls. The great people of Iowa. There we go. Squeeze it the fuck out.
What a crowd. And I really think this is...
What a crowd. Even, yeah.
Outside, it's packed.
Yeah, it's a huge crowd.
Time now for everybody, our country, to come together. We want to come together.
Hey, you didn't win the general, dumb fuck. It's Iowa. Calm the fuck down. I think, kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, 2 Corinthians. Kumbaya. It's time for our nation to come together. It's Iowa, motherfucker. Simmer.
Whether it's Republican or Democrat or...
Yes, it's for all the peoples of the earth. Now that I've won the Iowa caucuses because of low fucking turnout and God knows whatever the fuck else, it's time for let's put it all behind us. Also, what? Where's your fucking fighting spirit? What, we're all in the same boat now just because you won fucking Iowa? Come together on what? Your amorphous healthcare plan that's out there somewhere?
Liberal or conservative, it would be so nice if we could come together and straighten out the world and straighten out the problems and straighten out all of the death and destruction that we're witnessing. That's...
I don't know. How do you... okay, real question. How do you straighten out death? I mean, it's a pretty big, all-cause mortality is a very complicated issue. I'm just saying, are we going to have some sort of a powwow? Are they going to have like the Congress of Nicaea, but with death? Let's straighten out this death. Okay, from now on, everybody only dies of one thing. If you can avoid that one thing, no death for you. But you have to die on a schedule. I mean, we got to balance this out somehow. So... straighten out all the death.
Practically never been like this. It's
practically. I mean, yeah, Vietnam, World War II, civil rights movement, our Civil War, the Revolutionary War, like an Iran-Contra, Nixon stepping down and resigning. No, but other than that, I don't know. America has been pretty much smooth sailing since 1779, I would say, probably, right?
Just so important. And
I mean... War of 1812. I suppose you could throw that.
I want to make that a very big part.
Korean War also as well. And then
Part of our message. We're going to come to.
And the Cold War. Obviously, there was a lot of shit. The Cold War had a lot of talk about all-cause mortality shit.
Together. It's going to happen soon too.
It is 2 weeks from now. We're all going to get together and we're going to come together. And most of us, it's going to happen on Eric's back. Actually,
happens soon.
I don't know why I said that. It's just nasty.
I want to thank some of the great people. We have so many senators. If I go through every name, we'll be here all night, and everybody's going to get angry at me. But the senators, the congressmen from Washington, they came down.
Yes, the people I refer to as Mr. Senator and Mr. Congressman, even when it's a woman. You know better than anybody, Mr. Congressman, who's a lady.
From all different states. I want to thank.
Yes. Not Iowa, that's for sure. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I want to congratulate Ron and Nikki for having a good time together. We're all having a good time together.
What? They weren't knocking boots, dumb fuck. We're all having a good time. It's all just in fun. It's all just, we're all just doing our thing. You know what I mean? He's on the upright bass, and she's got her what French horn, whatever the fuck that is. Then I'm over here banging away on my goddamn triangle.
And I think
we're all having a good time. No, you're not. You basically like Jew coded her the entire time. And you talk about DeSantis like he was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. We're all just having fun, yeah.
They both actually did very well. I really do. I think they both did very well. We don't even know what the outcome of second place is. And I see Carrie Lake. Congratulations, Carrie.
Speaking of someone who will always come in second.
Very good. I spotted her, I have to announce, because she's terrific. She's gonna be.
Yeah, I had to announce. Jesus. What's up with Eric's pants and tie? Oh, he's wearing one of his dad's, and that's how tall he is.
Yeah. Senator, a great senator, I predict, right? You're going to be a great senator. And
no.
I also want to congratulate Vivek, because he did a hell of a job. He came from 0, and he's got a big percent, probably 8%, almost 8%, and that's an amazing job. They all did. They're all very smart people, very capable people.
What? Wait. Whoa. Just you just won the Iowa caucuses, dumb fuck. This is where people show up in public and put their goddamn choice in a paper bag. You've got real elections and Super Tuesday and shit coming up, and you just told everybody that they're smart and capable? Are you out of your fucking mind? Kumbaya, for fuck's sake. They're all good people. Everything I said about them, total bullshit. Bird Brain's a good person. She's very smart, very capable. The press hates it when I say they're very smart and capable, but...
I think most importantly, I want to thank my incredible wife, First Lady, I'll say former and maybe future.
Yeah, that's a big maybe. And also, thank her. Here's a good idea. She's been with her dying mother who passed away, and she's doing family business stuff. So why are you thanking her? Why don't you just want to... How about this? And this is going to sound fucking weird, and you're not going to understand what I'm about to say. And I understand. Like, it's just going to be an alien concept. But how about... you fucking moron. How about you send her your love? I want to send my love to my wife right now, who couldn't be here with us because she's with her family because her mother just passed away. See how easy that is on Earth when you're a person? I thank her for what? You Jesus.
But more important than Melania, I want to thank her incredible, beautiful mother who passed away.
What? Okay. All right. The death of someone's mother is a whole different factor. I am not mocking that circumstance at all. But what the ever-loving fuck is this dude doing? Thanking his dead mother-in-law. What? What? What is this? What? Why are you? And by the way, can I just real quick. You are thanking your dead mother-in-law and your wife who isn't there because her mom just died, bless her heart, in front of the two boys whose mom you buried on a golf course. You buried their mother on a golf course. Look, I have a great relationship with my parents. I love them dearly. But if either one of them pulled that kind of shit with the other, I would never talk to them again. Not until, well, unless they exhumed the motherfucker and put them in a real cemetery. What the ever-loving shit. So this dude is thanking a dead woman in front of two people that he buried their mother on a fucking golf course. How do you process that? How does either one of them process that?
A few days ago, and she's up there, way up there. She's looking down, and she's so
way up there. What do you think? There's like degrees of heaven.
Proud of us, and I just want to say to Amalia, you are special. One of the most special people I've ever known, and that was.
He almost said heard of. One of the most special people I've ever known. Watch this. I'm not kidding. He almost said ever heard of.
You are special. One of the most special people I've ever known.
I'm sorry. That's just awful. That's just. Not only is he talking to one of the rafters. It's so terrible. One of the most special people I've ever known. Oh, God, what an asshole. So terrible. I can't imagine why he only got 50% of 14% of Iowa voters. Oh, God. Oh, this is so terrible. Hit that like, because this might be my last show. This video might kill me. Okay, I gotta hold it together. Here we go. All right, here we go. Shit.
And that was a tough period of time for the family, but she's amazing. She was amazing. So I just want.
Yeah, both. She's amazing. She was amazing. I just remembered she's dead. I knew she was dead.
I want to thank what she's done for our family and her husband, who's home right now and very lonely.
Jesus Christ! What? He did not. That's just terrible. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. That is fucking awful. Jesus. Shut the fuck up. What the hell? Is home right now. He's very lonely. God damn it. This is just. Oh my God. I think we all owe Jeff Zuckerberg an apology. He humans just fine. If this is the standard. Shit. Oh my God. How in the look at these two. They're like, what? Both of them are having this like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What is he talking about? What happened? What's that? Oh, fuck me. Jesus. This is rough. Oh God. Okay. Here we go. Oh my God, Diamond's funeral was hideous. He's just incapable of it. Death scares him so much he can't emote for the other people there. He's just like everyone else who dies is just a confrontation of his own mortality because he's a fucking egomaniac who hates himself, which is just fascinating. All right, I'm holding it together. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna need a tissue.
He's a lonely man, but he's gonna be.
What? would you say that? Hold on.
Her husband, who's home right now and very lonely. He's a lonely man, but he's going to be okay, Victor.
Whatever his name is. Okay, finally got around. He's a lonely man. He's grieving, you dumb motherfucker. He's grieving. He's not lonely. He's not, oh, holy shit. I mean, this is this man telling us about himself. If Melania, God forbid, passes away, it's going to be all about him. Who's going to be here to fucking, you know, give me a handy while I smack the fucking Diet Coke button? He's not lonely. He's sad. Jesus Christ. How is it that I have more empathy for his father-in-law than he does? What the ever-loving shit? He's mourning. He's not lonely, you fucking... What the fuck?
They're great people. Great...
Well, he's one of two people, one of which who was formerly great. Oh, my God.
Great parents to all of us, really. Great parents, but also to Baron. Boy, did she take care of Baron. That's how he got so tall. He only ate her food.
Okay, first of all, you're his parents. You and Melania are his fucking parents. There's grandparents. Say grandparents. Maybe can't say grandparents because they're the same age he is. Oh, shit.
And I want to thank my family generally.
Yeah, just to, yeah. Get it out of the way. Oh, God. I'm gonna keel over. This clip is not gonna be healthy. Oh, my God. I want to thank my family generally.
They've worked so hard, and they've taken so much abuse for being good people. I mean, good people, but...
You mean when the fact that Eric can't run a charity in the state of New York because he was bilking St. Jude's? Because he was skimming from St. Jude's from kids with fucking cancer? Is that why he's getting the abuse? And by the way, let me be abundantly clear. If that's your standard for what is good, he's getting abuse because he did that, you consider that behavior good? Again, who the fuck is voting for this asshole?
Eric and Don.
Shemp.
They really did. These two have been working so hard, and they...
Well, I mean, it beats, you know, the alternative, I guess, working smart, which is not a possibility.
You know, they have another job also, so they have to do it all, but they've been working so hard.
Oh, yeah, what? He's basically a super for two of the buildings. He's an employee. What the fuck does he do besides blow?
Hard, and
I was referencing cocaine. I don't think he sucks off other men for money. I wasn't making that case. Just for the record.
I know that Ivanka is home and Tiffany's home. They're watching. And
yeah, different homes, though.
I know that Baron's watching. Good old Baron.
Good old Baron. That's how I refer to him. That's how you talk about your son. Good old Baron.
I said, you're going to be a basketball player. I said, well, I like soccer, Dad, actually. I said, at your height, I like basketball better, but sometimes you can't talk them into everything. But he's a...
Sometimes you can't talk them into everything. Ookie.
Special boy, but the whole family is...
He's a special boy. Now we're getting cringy.
Just incredible. And my sister, Elizabeth, who's just the biggest fan. She's just an incredible person. And always...
She's a big fan of her brother.
Supportive. We love Elizabeth so much. Also, we have a woman who took a big chance. You know, in most states, we have support of everybody, the Congress, the senators.
No, not at all. You do not have most of the support in most of any state.
Marco Rubio, we had Rick Scott the other day. We have, probably 55% of the senators, and now they're all calling and saying, we want to endorse you, sir. I said, oh, great. Same thing with the Congress, men and women. We have tremendous, much more than anybody probably has ever had in this position.
Well, it's just ironic that it comes at a time when they have there was no red wave and they have the narrowest margin for leadership in the House, and I think nearly history. So, I mean, if there's a time to have 100% of 50%, this is the time.
And we love them all. They're great. They're really trying to do a good job for our country. But one woman in Iowa who really stepped up was your Attorney General, Brenna Byrd. She really, really stepped up.
She's over here. All right. I mean, all right, Joe Rogan, do your bit. If you're going to make fun of fucking Biden, he's looking the opposite direction. If you're gonna shit on Joe Biden for going, hey man, how you doing, to a friend of his and say he's ghost handshaking somebody when you fucking know full well he isn't, why the fuck? Where's this clip?
Where is Brenna?
She's over there. Everybody else can see her.
Come on.
She's right. She's on the fucking stage. She's on the. Oh, thank you.
Glad to do it. We need you.
She stepped up. She's going to be your governor someday, I predict. So we'll see. We'll be watching, but she really did. She broke away from the pack, and she had tremendous.
Yeah, what are you basically saying, that in large, she's the one elected official in the state government that went with you? She broke away from the pack, so the entire pack of Republicans is against you? Great sales pitch. It's great.
Courage.
I would say keep saying it. Make sure people know that. It's a great. Yeah.
And wasn't easy. In some states it's easy. In other states it's a little bit more difficult.
Well, that's good to know. Okay, I was wondering, and now I know.
But we have really the support of the people of Iowa, which has been just incredible.
No, you kind of don't. You have half the support of 14% of the people of Iowa that vote Republican.
Man who was actually the first person to endorse me in the entire country.
This guy, he calls him the Marlboro Man thing, and none of us know fucking why. He looks sunburned. That's
He's
why.
A state senator. His name is Brad Zahn. He looks like he's the most handsome guy, I think.
I don't know. You're very weird. I don't know what this is. I mean, hey, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. If he's your thing, knock yourself out.
Oh, you made it. He had to drive from his caucus location. You made it. I call him the Malboro Man. Hey, Brad. You want to say something? Come on. Go up. Say something.
Well, I'll tell you, I had to actually do a TV interview.
All right. Did he encounter a UFO on his way there and got half his face sunburned?
You bragging about you.
I'm not kidding. Look at that side of his face. Wait. Here he comes. Right side of his face.
I'll tell you, I had to actually do a TV
right side of his face, sunburned.
interview bragging about you. The
left side of his face, not sunburned. Now, if he has a wine stain, I apologize. I don't think so. I don't know if he has a skin condition that does that. It's very possible. But
The reason why I was late is because of that. But is he awesome or what?
Or what? I would like to be in the or what column.
I am honored to be the first person in the United States to endorse.
It's true. It's true. It's absolutely true. And so I have to let him say something because he liked me early, and he's probably first one to show up for the party, last one to leave. He's that kind of dude, you can tell.
This guy. The next president, the 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
And when he says endorse, we're really talking about 2015. He endorsed me before, actually, long before I knew I was going to run. I said, who's this man in Iowa? He's a senator, a state senator. He's a good-looking guy, too. Doesn't he look? You could pay him and give him a lot of money. And by the way...
Just for looking good? You just pay guys to stand around? Is that what you do? Is like, maybe give him a job at Mar-a-Lago to hang around the pool. I don't understand this. I think he means modeling, but I don't know. The dude has a very distinct Fred Garvin, male prostitute kind of a vibe.
Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you for being here. You are so great.
You are so chairman-y, Mr. Chairman person. I know you're the chairman because someone said chairman. I don't, chairman, your name. Somebody will say it.
Comes all the way from Missouri, which isn't that far. You can't drive an electric car that far, though.
Yes, you can.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much.
Does he have an electric car? Was he late because of an electric? What are you talking about? Where was I? Some bullshit about electric cars, and I forgot that guy's name. And
the group of people that we have on the stage is just emblematic of the tremendous group that we've had. We've had such a...
The group is an example of the group that we have. They're just emblematic of my two sons and my other son's girlfriend and this weird guy who's been backing me since 2015 and the one state legislator that I could get to stand on stage with me. A
great team. We did well. We were looking really good in 2016. And
no. Matter of fact, you basically got Ted Cruz numbers this time.
Just to go back to the senator, he was saying, I said, who is that guy? Brad, his name. Who is he? He keeps endorsing me. He keeps saying Trump, and I didn't even know I was running. He endorsed me 4 months before I knew I was running, about 4 months before the Escalade ride down with our great first.
Oh, the Escalade. I didn't realize that. I thought he took an escalator. But it turns out he drove an SUV. From one floor to another. The Escalade? Mm-hmm.
Endorsed me 4 months before I knew I was running, about 4 months before the Escalade ride down with our...
Yeah, he took a Cadillac all the way. Sure it wasn't a Taurus or,
Great first lady. And that was Brad. I said, who is he? So he was the first one. But we have people that are so incredible. Your Republican Party chairman, Bobby Kaufman, and his son, who is a brilliant guy, and he worked with us. And I will tell you, that is a family of real professionals. Matt Whitaker, who is...
Yeah, certainly not volunteers. But also, I'd like to point out the fact that turnout was shit, and you only got 50% of a very low turnout. Also Escalade?
The very talented and very good Attorney General. Where is Matt? He's around here someplace, and he's been with us all the way. We have a man that was very impressive. And I say, there's nothing wrong with it. He's so solid and so good that he didn't catch on. Sometimes being a little controversial is good.
The pages to where they were, and I tried to do it back and get back on here and I went away for a second and I think I broke my own stream or whatever. I blame the new camera. I think the camera busted things. Look, I've bonded with my computer and I don't know, maybe I was just tweaking too many settings. So that just, I don't know what happened. I'll work on it. God damn it. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, let's back to these dipshits. That was weird. Like literally, computer just froze and gave me one of those like blue screens, like, "Hey, your computer's ass," and then it just caved. It was just very weird. All right, where were we? So, and you know what? I needed the break, or I was gonna die. By the way, hit the like again because it's a new stream.
About 4 months before the Escalade ride down with our great First Lady.
Shit.
And that was Brad. I said, who is he? So he was the first one. But we have people that are so incredible. Your Republican Party chairman, Bobby Kaufman, and his son, who is a brilliant guy, and he worked with us. And
yeah, and got us to 7%.
I will tell you, that is a family of real professionals. Matt Whitaker, who is the...
Where they're a professional family, unlike these slackers behind me.
Very talented and very good Attorney General. Where is Matt? He's around here.
He's literally always looking the opposite direction.
Someplace, and he's been with us all the way. You know, we have a man that was very impressive. And I say, there's nothing wrong with it. He's so solid and so good that he didn't catch on. Sometimes being a little...
Some people are so good at their job that people just don't like it.
Controversial is good. He's so perfect. Although he did break his leg during the campaign. That wasn't so good. But it sort of stood out a little bit, Doug. But...
Hold on. What? He broke his fucking leg during the campaign?
So good. But... perfect. Although he did break his leg during the campaign. That wasn't so good. But it sort of stood out a little bit, Doug. But...
It stood out a little bit. It's a little hard to stand out when one of your legs is broken. Also, his leg, was the bone sticking out? And that's what you mean?
Doug Burgum from North Dakota, the governor, and his beautiful wife, Catherine.
You can recognize her. She's the one with the tire iron.
And he got out of the race. What people don't know is that he actually supported me on the other side twice already, right? Then he decided to do it, and he was outstanding, but...
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm dead serious. I know why, I don't know. I know they know that guy's there to support him, but this is fucking gibberish.
And he got out of the race. What people don't know is that he actually supported me on the other side twice already, right? Then he decided to do it. And he was outstanding, but the traction is never easy, right? You need controversy for traction sometimes, and this guy is the most solid guy. There's no controversy whatsoever, and he's one of the best governors in our country, and I hope that I'm going to be able to call on him to be a piece of the administration, a very important piece of the administration.
Just a piece of the administration? He's going to be your side piece of the administration? The other side also? God damn. I don't even... think he knows. I think he bounces around to this will maybe make sense. Does this make sense? Nope. It's like he's following thoughts around on I'm getting warmer, I'm getting colder, I'm getting warmer.
And also, just to conclude with this.
Also, why is Eric doing the Illuminati hand gesture? We're supposed to let that fucking slide. What kind of Pizzagate, Bohemian Grove bullshit is this?
There's the entire Trump team, and that includes my two boys who are really here all the time, whenever we needed them. Whenever we needed them.
Really? They weren't busy? So they don't have to be there to run the company, I guess? Anytime you need them, they can call because they can just drop everything because, there's nothing really going on. I mean, it's not like they're the ones who are in charge of servicing the debt, I guess. So really, they're not in the middle of a big building project thing with plans and all right.
They are great, Eric and Don. And look at all these people. Oh, Susie, I have to say.
Eric, Don, Susie, my three favorite sons.
And Chris.
I remember Chris. I remember Chris's name.
And they want no accolades. They just want a victory, and they want to make America great again. That's all they want, actually. They don't want...
Yeah, these people don't want me to say their names, which I couldn't do to save my fucking life. I don't know who they are. I know Susie and Chris, but I don't know what their last names are. If it wasn't my last name, I would know Eric's fucking name. So...
be speaking. They don't want to have pictures. They just want to...
Then why are they on stage? Why'd you bring them up there? And look, the reason... Jason Miller doesn't want a picture or to be speaking is because he fucking doped a stripper and tried to get her to abort his child. illegally.
Do their job, right? I want to thank you very much, Jason, everybody. You're really fantastic. What a job you've done. Thank you.
Thank you. Sniff, snort, sniffity snort.
We're going to come together. We're going to...
Right now, over me. Here come old Fat Top. He come grooving up slowly. He got full up diaper. He won. Shit stank filter. Sorry.
Drill, baby, drill, right away. Yeah. Drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, that's the message for Iowa and New Hampshire, I think.
We're going to seal up the border.
Just seal it up. And if that doesn't kill the entire Texas economy, nothing will. You're going to seal it up. So the slats were a mistake, is what you're saying. We just need to get somebody down there with some fucking spackle.
Because right now we have an invasion.
All right, now we're going to the talking.
We have an invasion of millions and millions of people that are coming into our country. I can't imagine why they think that's a good thing. It's a very bad thing. I think it's a group of people that probably...
Yeah, it's a running thing with him.
Who wants people coming in from foreign countries?
Mm-hmm.
Probably larger in number than New York State. And we can't have that. We can't have that. It's not sustainable as a country. It's horrible.
Horrible, horrible.
And you know, they're coming from prisons and jails. They're coming from...
Both.
All over. They're coming from countries that most people have never heard of.
Yeah, and really, you only want people coming to your country from countries you know the name of. You know what I mean? You don't want these podunk bullshit little countries that nobody's ever heard of. You know? You want the big names, you know, like China and Iran and Qatar, right? That's what you want. You want names that are familiar to everybody.
And they're coming from mental institutions and insane asylums. They're
both
being emptied out into our country. And they're terrorists. Many terrorists are coming.
Oh, yeah, lots of them. Most of them, I'd say. Most are terrorists, you know. I mean, they're hardworking terrorists who... It's very insidious how they terrorize people because it's a unique form of Hispanic terrorism is the worst because they don't even have to blow anything up. They just have to be brown near a Trump supporter and then they're just like, it's so frightening.
And you know, in 2019, I saw just recently on a poll, they had none in 2019, no terrorists. Now I even say there's got to be some, but they have none.
They have none. They have none. This is gibberish.
And then as soon as this group took over...
What about 2020? If they had none in 2019, obviously that was a standout year. So there were some in 2017, 2018, and 2020? Maybe the terrorists got a heads up from China. Maybe China gave them the heads up and they fled the country or didn't come across because they knew they were releasing a bioweapon. Huh? Maybe that's what comedy, jokes. I'm fine.
They have hundreds and hundreds of terrorists coming in, known terrorists, some of them really bad.
Yeah. That you want the big fancy ones like the Jackal. You know what I mean? Really scary looking ones. Some of them with a patch and a chainsaw. They all look like extras in a Tarantino film. Really well-known terrorists.
And many of them are in, and they came in, and nobody knows where they are. This is not a good...
Well, I mean, obviously, it's part of the gig, right? Obviously, they're not going to just stand there. And very few terrorists do the sandwich board technique, which I find that cheating, you know?
Thing. And we're going to have to deport. We're going to have a deportation level that we haven't seen in this country for a long time, since Dwight Eisenhower, actually.
Since Dwight Eisenhower, actually. We're going to need, and I hate to say this, we're going to need, people don't like the word concentration because they like their frozen orange juice. They like their orange juice fresh at Mar-a-Lago. It's freshly squeezed from the can. But we're going to need some camps where we can concentrate these people.
So I don't want to be overly rough on the president.
You can't be. Nobody, like, the noise that came out of you was fun, though. In the middle of that, I don't want to be overly...
So I don't want to be overly rough.
What was that noise? Honest to God. Did somebody squeeze him? You guys can hear that, right? It's not too quiet. Listen to this again.
So I don't want to be overly rough.
I don't want to be overly... on the president,
but I have to say that he is the worst president that we've had.
I don't want to be mean, but he's the worst president we've ever had, times 10, forever, by ever, and he's destroying the country and zombies.
In the history of our country. He's destroying our country. And
with his stupid vaccines and getting everyone back to work and infrastructure.
And, you know, my wife attended the funeral 2 months ago of Rosalind Carter. And
yeah, and
it was beautiful. And
well, you heard. I mean, she said. Did she tell you it was beautiful?
Jimmy Carter was there, and I thought to myself, Jimmy Carter is happy now because
his wife is dead? Fuck is wrong with you?
He will go down as being a brilliant president by comparison to Joe Biden. He'll be a brilliant president. He's going to be known as brilliant by comparison.
God. It's just hang on the word brilliant, and this I'm curious. Does the type of obvious mental fade that he had just like fry your internal thesaurus? Is that what it does? It just burns out all the words that are like the word you're trying to say, so you can only say the one word. And that's why he can't come up with another nickname for Biden except crooked, because crooked's stuck in there and nothing else will get through.
So we have to stop the invasion. We have to bring down our energy. We have to, you know, I say all the time, we have more
liquid gold,
more liquid gold under our feet than any other nation anywhere in the world. And we have to stop the crime, and we have to help rebuild our cities, and we have to rebuild the capital, Washington, D.C. I was there on one of the Biden indictment trials. You know, this is the only person this never happened before, but I go to a lot of courthouses because of Biden, because they're using that for election interference.
Also, that's fucking gross. Can I just say the bobblehead of him raping the flag? The shit.
And it's on things like election, and I don't know if you know, but they did.
Wait, sorry, I got caught up in the stupid bobblehead. Say that again.
Go to a lot of courthouses because of Biden, because they're using that for election interference. And it's on things like election, and I don't know if you know, but they did.
It's on things like election. Sure. It's on things like election. They're using it for election interference, and it's on things.
Go to a lot of courthouses because of Biden, because they're using that for election interference. And it's on things like election, and I don't know if you know, but.
Oh my God. Oy, that's,
They did polls tonight on the election of 2020. Do you believe it was honest or not? 82% said it was not.
No, they didn't. 68% of the caucus goers that showed up don't believe Biden's legitimate or some shit like that. And some of them voted for Vivek. You didn't even get that whole crowd.
And we can't have that, Chairman. We can't have that.
Chairman, Mr. Chairman, who also is from this point forward known as Mr. Chairman.
Can't have a situation.
If that motherfucker's just sitting in a chair and that's all he can remember is like, Chairman, he's sitting in a chair. It's a man. He's sitting in a chair. I'll call him Chairman. He's the chairman. Nobody said anything. Okay, keep going.
Like that. So,
what? Wait.
Said 82% said it was not. And we can't have that, Chairman. We can't have that. You can't have a situation like that. So we're going to straighten out our elections. We're going to do a lot of great things. We're going to try and go.
How? From the outside? Again, this is so stupid, but like, how do you, if Biden cheated his way in when you were president, what fucking shot do you have now that he's actually in the White House, you stupid?
Go to paper ballots as soon as possible. Voter ID.
You mean like the caucuses where nobody showed ID and you were just throwing a fucking name in a bag? Where are you from? I'm from Missouri, Iowa. It's a little town. Yeah. What about you? I'm from West Palm, Des Moines. I'm West Palm, Des Moines.
One day, elections. You know, we have these elections that last for 62 days, and if you need some more time, take as much time as you want, and so many bad things happen.
No, we don't.
We have to get rid of mail-in ballots, because once you have mail-in ballots, you have crooked elections. Actually, Jimmy Carter's commission said that a long time ago.
Yeah, before computers, asshole. Before there were literally no office computers in state houses. There was no way. This is before the invention of the UPC symbol.
We're going to rescue our economy. We're going to save our economy. We have
from all this growth.
Had the greatest economy in the history of our country. There was
no, we didn't.
Never a greater economy, and now we don't. And when you
now we don't
look at what's happened with inflation, inflation is destroying. You know, they call it a country killer.
Do they? You sure they don't? You sure they weren't talking about a pandemic when they were talking about a country killer?
About hundreds of years, Germany,
hundreds of years ago, Germany. Yeah, that's it. It was. Look, the Nazis weren't bad guys. It was just inflation is what kicked that. That's what he's literally talking about, by the way.
That had big.
He's garbling the information in his fucking empty, smelly dome, but that's what he means.
Inflation are dead. They become dead countries. We have to.
Yeah, Germany, you know, the funny thing is Germany died well before World War I, you know what I mean? So I don't even know why was the world picking on them? That's what I don't understand. They were a dead country. How, it's just rude.
Stop that immediately, and we want peace through strength. Russia would have never attacked Ukraine, would have never done it. Putin and I get along fine. We get along very well. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. The fake news.
Look at the weird little... It's
Get along fine. We get along very well. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. The fake news, which look
at him flashing his fucking teeth because he's so bitter.
If the fake news would become real and honest news, 90% of our problems in this country would be solved. They would be solved.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Even when they tell the truth and you're aware that they're telling the truth, you still call them fake news and the enemy of the people. Even when you cite them as your source, you call them fake news and the enemy of the people. Seems to be a bit of a flawed argument.
So, Russia
buttons on your
would have never attacked. Israel would have never been attacked.
They were attacked literally every month, multiple times, the entirety of his presidency. Hamas was firing rockets from Gaza into Israel all the time. They made the decision, Hamas made the decision to do October 7th because he gave Israel, he recognized the Golan Heights, moved the embassy, and recognized Jerusalem as the capital. That was the impetus. That's when they literally, like a week later, Yahweh Sinwar sends this message in Hebrew to Netanyahu and does this rope-a-dope and says, how about we all get along for a little while and we'll have a ceasefire. Let's give it a try. And they did. And then, of course, after the 7th, Yahweh Sinwar said they bought it. We were planning this the whole time.
The Ukraine situation is so horrible. The Israeli situation is so horrible. What's happened, and
what's happened? What's happening? What's happening now?
We're going to get him solved. We're going to get him solved very fast. I actually said, Ukraine, I know President Putin very well. I know Zelensky very well. I'm going to get him in. We're going to get it solved very quickly. Should have never happened. Would have never happened. Now you have all that death, far greater than people understand.
Well, no, I mean, I think we understand that Russia has lost 380,000 soldiers.
The numbers are far, far greater than anybody would even think possible.
No, I think we're all capable of bigger numbers than that.
You're going to find that out in the years to come. When they knock down these massive buildings in Ukraine, and then you see they announced 2 people were slightly wounded. No, many people were killed. Many people were killed. We're going to get it stopped. But it's so sad because it should have never started. People killed and a culture destroyed. You can never replace 1,000-year-old buildings with the most beautiful golden domes and churches and everything, just all.
What 1,000-year-old? What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, he said this about like towers in Ukraine or something that was knocked down. Does he think the Kremlin is like an ancient building?
Rubble now, and it's so sad. Would have never ever happened.
It still didn't happen. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And likewise, Israel would have never been attacked. It all comes from Iran, and we would have had to deal with Iran very quickly.
Right after so what you're saying, remember that he keeps saying this, right after the election, we would have had to deal with them in 2 weeks, but somehow he just blew it the fuck off and said, never mind. Why would you not take the deal if you could actually make that happen on your way out, especially if you're going to run again and make the case that you should be president? Why would you give up on presidenting after the election because fuck America, I guess?
The election where we, by the way, got, and I say we because it's all we.
It is very we. It's very we. It's incredibly we.
PP2 got more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country.
Thanks to mail-in votes and early voting, and that's why Joe Biden kicked your ass.
But they say we lost by a whisker, okay?
No, they don't. You lost by a fucking shit ton of votes.
But regardless of...
Regarbled.
They say we lost by a whisker, okay? But regardless of that, we're going to do incredible things and...
Yeah, totally incredible.
We're not going to let China do what they'd like to do. I get along
what would they like to do?
Great with him also. President Xi, he's a very strong leader. And we're going to get things solved. We're going to get the Ukraine war solved. We're going to get the
China thing solved?
Israeli situation solved. But
how?
If you think back to that.
All right. How about I just live in the moment and talk about what's actually happening currently?
Iran was broke. I said to every country, anybody.
Jesus Christ. He's just in half ramble. Just say just congratulate everybody and bug the fuck out. You have to be in New Hampshire, fuckstick.
Everybody does business with Iran, buys oil from Iran.
Except South Korea, who he gave a waiver to, which is where the $6 billion for the hostages came from. Look it up.
They were broke. We're not going to let you.
No, they weren't.
Do business in the United States.
Also, Betsy DeVos's company did business, avoided sanctions, and did business with Iran. Never mind. At least she didn't get a job in your fuck.
And that's the way it is. They did very little business, almost sold no oil. Nobody wanted to do that. That's a big penalty. And what happened is they had no money to give to Hamas and to give to Hezbollah.
Jesus, the sniffing. Is it? Other people have seen this. This is like, just like every fucking second word now. And they, I gotta, anybody else smell almonds? I can't.
And in fact, there were a lot of stories at the time. They had no money for terror.
Yeah, they're like, fuck. Please give us money so that we can blow ourselves up. I'm sorry, I'm totally strapped right now. It's those darn sanctions. I wish we keep trying to sell military equipment disguised as Xerox machines through Miss Betsy DeVos, but she's taken a position in the cabinet, and it's taking us an extra 3 days. Can you come back on Monday?
And for 4 years, we had no terror.
What the fuck is he talking about?
We had the terror ban. We had the terror ban. They called it
the terror ban.
The Trump travel ban, but it was really the Trump terror ban. We don't want people in our country that are going to blow up our shopping centers. Thank you very much.
What about other sites? I just want to, yeah, Tara Dublin. If I were you, I would feel personally attacked. We don't want people blowing up our shopping mall. You know, how about Oklahoma City? And that shit's okay with you, I guess.
And we want a country of law and order.
Unless it's January 6th, in which case that's your one day off. It's like the purge now. That's the Republican political purge day where you can do anything you want. It's like an instant get out of revolution free card.
So we're going to rebuild the capital of our country, Washington.
Yes, what, replace Lincoln with you?
Washington, D.C.
Because he should have negotiated the Civil War.
We're going to scrub those beautiful marble columns.
With what?
And get the swastikas off them, and we're going to
the swastikas. There's a swastika on there. Well, at least there's no swastikas on there, but the swastikas is that a sticker with a swashbuckler on it? I know something you do not know. I am not left-handed.
Scrub them and get the graffiti off them, and
yeah, but first the stickers. Yeah, sure. The stickers first, and then the graffiti.
We're going to clean the streets, and we're going to rebuild the streets
out of marzipan, and it'll be chocolate, dreamy roads, and we'll all drive on a river of circus peanuts.
And we're not going to have rusted medians through the
rusty medians. Oh, I hate it when the grass gets all rusty.
Middle that are falling down into the roads where foreign dignitaries from all over the world come and they look.
Yeah, and they get tetanus, and then we're trying to negotiate them with them, and they have lockjaw. Mr. Ambassador, I don't understand what you're saying. Can we get a translator in here? Because I don't speak Arabic and lockjaw at the same time. There's a very confusing dialect.
And we're not going to be riding on top of garbage like I did just a month ago, riding on
We're not going to be riding on top of garbage like I did just a month ago. And both of his sons are like, what the fuck is he saying? Fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Pop, what do you, what the fuck?
on top of garbage. We're going to rebuild our beautiful Washington, D.C.
And we're not going to have roads made of garbage anymore. They're going to be streets paved with gold and dog duty. It was disgusting.
And we're going to take control of it, and we're going to make unbelievably harsh penalties for people that go around shooting. Last week, they shot 3 people.
Who?
And every night, something happens. It's
That is true. That is true. And I guilty as charged. You can ask Summer. I mean, what?
It's so sad. And
every night something happens. It's so sad. People are going out, they're going to dinner, they're going to games and stuff like this when I'm trying to convince them that the economy is taking a giant shit.
Likewise, we're going to rebuild our cities, and we'll work with the Democrats to do it. I'd be glad to work with the people in New York. We're going to work with the people in...
Has anybody else noticed just how fucking Twilight looking Eric's color is? Maybe it's just the lighting on this stage is aimed at his forehead and he's just above it, but that's fucking... Maybe get some sun. I don't know. He's got that kind of like vampire shine.
In Chicago and LA, we're going to rebuild our cities.
They're still there, dummy. I mean, obviously everything except Portland, you know, because #RIP Portland.
And we're going to make them safe, and we're going to give our police officers immunity.
From everything. They can just do whatever the fuck they want. We're not even going to need judges anymore.
So every time they do something, they don't get sued and stopped.
Sued and stopped, so they can run red lights and in their civvies and in their regular. They don't have to be in a patrol car with their lights on or anything. They just shoot somebody. They just anything they want to do. Just immunity. This is There's a bit of concern right here. This is Eric's trying to like lead the crowd, clap for dad. I don't know what the fuck Kimberly Guilfoyle's doing, except she looks like fucking. She looks like an extra from the Munsters, like from a family reunion. But he looks like he's concerned. Like, Pop? Kind of starting to get a little, wrap it up.
We're going to end crime in our cities.
Yeah, forever. No more crime. Finally. Yeah. And you know what? He doesn't even need a plan to do it. You just do it. It's that easy. It's just that other people don't have the fucking guts to end crime in our cities. End. Done. No more criming. Especially New York, where he can't do business there anymore. So promises made, promises kept.
In Iowa, you don't know what that means, but I'll tell you, this is a different place. You don't know about crime. You don't know about getting mugged and getting whacked.
They have cable. Nobody gets whacked in Iowa. I got whacked in Iowa once. It's a different thing, though. I'm gonna be honest. It was a good tour. That was a good tour. Now I'm getting all nostalgic. To get whacked in Iowa. Look at Eric. Huh? And Don's like, just don't look at him. Just stand here. It'll all be over soon. It'll all be... Jesus Christ.
And getting thrown into subways and...
Well, that's true. Des Moines doesn't have a subway, I don't think. Whatever. They have a cornway. They have a cornhole. It's a different...
We're going to stop it.
You're going to stop the subway? Absolutely. Because it's going to... Those things go really fast. They could run somebody over.
And we're going to come down very hard on criminals, and we're going to stop crime in America.
Yes, we're going to stop crime in America, and it's going to be easy. We could do it in 2 weeks. We could do it so quickly. We're going to stop crime in America. Now, how do you do that and still have even the remote possibility of a free society? I don't know. It sounds fucking insane to me, but I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure there's a, I don't know what fucking what.
So I want to just finish.
I just want to tell you that we're going to stop cancer. We're going to fire cancer. I'm going to go, you're fired of those cancer cells. And we're going to stop any asteroid. We can do it super quickly that's headed towards the Earth. It's going to wipe out all life on Earth. And we won't even need a NASA to do it. We're just...
Finish by saying that...
Oh, please, God, thank you. Like, both of his sons are like, oh, okay, he's done. He's stopped. He's not saying anything else.
This has been an incredible experience. The people have been... This is the third time we've won.
No. I mean, you mean the general election the first time? Because you lost to Ted Cruz in 2016.
But this is the biggest one.
No, it's not, actually. The turnout was shit.
They said, well, if you win by 12%, that's a big win. That's going to be very hard to do. Well, I think we more than doubled that, I guess. Tripled it, maybe.
No, you didn't. I got news for you, asshole. Other, which is like a coin flip, got the other 50%.
Said you'll never get over 50, and I just left and we're at 54. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with it, but they said, you can't do that, sir. I said, what's about the highest? Well,
okay, first of all, most of the time in Republican politics, a good portion of the time, first of all, the person who wins Iowa doesn't win the general, doesn't end up winning the primary and end up in the general. And when they do, they basically run unopposed. Like, they just lock it up early. And especially, I mean, obviously since probably George H.W. Bush and was paired with Reagan, that was the last real fight before all this bullshit.
you could get into the 40s, maybe 40, 41. And then I looked up, and, it was very interesting. I didn't know they called it early. I thought that they called it at about 10 o'clock. My impression, see this gentleman? He's dressed like a wall. I love this guy. He's been at 150 rallies probably, right? He has the most beautiful outfit I've ever seen. It's all beautiful brick.
Looks nothing like the wall. It looks like the background at the Improv. It's very weird.
Will you come up here? Just come up here. Come on. It's so nice to see. Right? Come on up here. He's emblematic of what we did. We built over 500 miles of wall. We were going to add another 200 miles. It's much more than we promised. And we had the safest border.
He was going to do a border wall across the entire southern border, like whatever, 1,800 miles extra.
In the history of our country. Now we have the worst border in the history of the world. Look at this, man. Congratulations.
Good to see you again,
Really nice. Nice to see you, man. You take care of yourself, okay?
We will.
Thank you.
Come to all these, and also he forgot to wear the pants this time. He's not wearing the. He gave up on the wall pant. Did he shit him? Did he shit a brick? He's wearing the jacket and the tie, but where's the? He used to have the pants. He's just kind of phoning it in now, or real quick, is that not the same guy that wears the whole suit, and that guy's just an Iowan who wore that, and he's catching. Like, he doesn't know the guy isn't the right guy, isn't the same dude, and he doesn't know his name. And the dude's been at 150 rallies, he doesn't know his fucking name.
I love that outfit.
I don't like the guy, he's fucking crazy, but I love the outfit. I wouldn't wear it, and it's a little stupid.
Love him. That's great.
And by the way, it doesn't look like a brick wall. It looks like loaves of bread between sour cream.
We love it.
Held together with sour cream mortar.
That's a hot-selling jacket, by the way. So. But that represents what we did. No, we built.
It represents what we did. No, it doesn't. You built a slat fence.
A tremendous. That's the reason. And we got Mexico to give us 28,000 soldiers free. And we had remain in Mexico, and we had catch and release in Mexico. And we did a job. We had the safest border in our history. We had the greatest economy in our history. We had.
Yeah, while you're lying, just keep at it.
We were a great nation 3 years ago, and now we're a nation in decline. We are going to turn it around so fast. It's going
to. Yeah, as soon as the election hits, everything's going to be so much better because I'm going to stop pretending it's shit.
Happen so fast. We're going to drill. We're going to make great. We have great wealth.
Also, who's we, motherfucker? The oil companies have 9,000 leases they haven't used. You can't. The United States government cannot force private companies to bring oil to market. We can't do it. What are you talking about? I mean, the only thing you can possibly do, yeah, I mean, is just remove all the environmental safety precautions so that so water becomes the most precious commodity in the country because you can't find any that isn't polluted.
We're going to drill. We're going to use that money to lower your taxes even further. We gave you the biggest tax.
What money? What? By the way, this is the fucking plan that Venezuela tried. How'd that work out?
Tax cut in history. And we're going to lower them further, and we're also going to pay off national debt. It's about time.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Oil's going to get somewhere between like $45, $50 a barrel in the next 3 years because of the collapse of China. That has nothing to do with anything.
It's about time.
It's about time.
So it's now off to New Hampshire, a great place. We won it last time, and we won it both times.
At this point, you know what I mean? He says this shit, and I honestly don't know if he won any of these places at this point. Like, every time he says something now, I'm just kind of almost defaulting to like, no, you didn't.
We love it. The people are great. But you know, the truth is the people in our country are great. They're all great.
Thank you. Thanks very much. I agree. I feel fucking awesome.
We love Iowa, but they're all great.
They're all great, especially the blue cities and the blue states that pay for everything.
They only want to see one thing. They want our country to come back. They're embarrassed by what's going on. Our country is laughed at all over the world.
No, they're laughing at you. You're not the country.
Laughing at us. And
yeah, they're definitely laughing at you.
And they want our country to come back. They want America. You know, they want us to be great again. It's a very simple MAGA.
Other countries? Yeah, that's what Russia really wants us to be great again.
Make America great again. And America first. America first is a very important part of MAGA.
Oh, they're saying America first.
So we're going to put America first. We're going to make America great again.
Et cetera, hashtag and trademark.
In Iowa, we love you. You are going to, you just go out and buy larger tractors and more land. Don't worry about it. And to all of the people standing behind me and all of the people in this room and so many great politicians and great
chairmans,
dignitaries and friends.
Dignitaries. I guess it's because Nigel Farage is there.
I just want to thank you all. This is a very special night. And this is the first, because the big night is going to be in November when we take back our country. And truly, we do make our country great again. Thank you very much, everybody. Great honor. Thank you very much.
Make our country great again. Mokga. That's the new one. Mokga. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
God, now we got to turn this part of it off. And oh, God. My only fear at this point is that Kimberly Guilfoyle starts singing and then her lip filler breaks free, and then they have to call in the National Guard because it's creeping across the land, like absorbing cars and houses and getting bigger by the day, like the blob. And then, you know, there goes Iowa. Thank you. Okay. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. There you. Clap, 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 clap. Thank you, boink. You can stick your finger. Hello, boink. Clap, 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 clap. Okay, squirt, 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 squirt. Yep, jack off anybody in the crowd. Clap, clap. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm gonna stand over and fart on these people and squirt, squirt, squirt on you. And okay, I'm done. Okay, where's he going? Oh, where you go? Pops with I guess we're going this way. I guess we're leaving this way. Whatever, the right stairs or whatever stairs Dad takes. That's that's the point. I made it through that one. Fucking A. Even with a crash, it was a good time.